that Natasha makes. I'm back. Hello, hello, hello. And I'm joined by Sarah. Hello.
Hello, beautiful lady.
We can do this now.
We can. You're looking so tanned.
I'm well a week away. We'll do that.
Tanned and relaxed. I'll soon break that second bit anyway. You know, an hour or two with me and it'll all go horribly wrong.
It'll not go horribly wrong.
No, it won't go horribly wrong.
Well, we are professionals.
Yeah, at all times.
Always.
At all times.
Yes,
thank you very much.
That's the one. I'm just trying to find us. This is where I look not professional because look at Gemma trying to creep in and out. I know there's stuff on the floor.
My little roots.
There's always stuff on the floor.
It's like mountain climbing in here.
I'm trying to be organised. I'm half moved. So, I'd love a cup of tea. My cup's just, go underneath. Yeah. I'd like to think
And my
of it
cup's on the top there, the one with the S, black coffee, thank you.
as an assault course.
She's going to make me pay for this afterwards, isn't she?
I know, look at her. I know, bless her. So, I could have just changed the camera angle. I could have done that, so she could have just walked in front,
but what
and it
would
would
be
have been
the fun in that?
I don't know. Half my joy comes from the acrobatics that has to happen here. How are you?
I'm jolly well, thank you. How are you?
Very well, thank you.
Happy birthday.
Thank you very much, and congratulations on your fabric sellout. Yeah. Don't leave any for us then, will you?
No. Well, I can't get any for at least 2 weeks.
You're not?
No, it's exclusive.
Yeah.
Of my own fabrics. I know. How rude.
You need to rewrite that clause, don't you? I'm trying to find us. I'm going to say this might be us.
Trying to find.
No,
Oh yeah, look.
No, we are.
Hey. We look fabulous. We both look quite equally tanned there. I like mine's still. Oh no,
Still
mine's
got a bit.
fading.
This is a week in the shade.
This is a month old now. So, sadly. A week in the shade.
Now.
Because it's your birthday.
It is. And you said to me when we planned a birthday show, firstly, would you come in for my birthday? And you said yes.
Of course.
Winner. Secondly, would you do something birthday-y?
Mm-hmm. And I said, I have the perfect thing that I've wanted to make for so long. And I told you about it. And you were going, I can't even picture that. But it sounds awesome.
I did say that. And this is it. Ta-da!
This is it.
It's a flashy birthday quilt.
It is.
Now,
it's a celebration quilt, so you could use it for anything where you would use candles.
Is the beautiful thing because, firstly, COVID. I don't want a cake that someone has blown candles out of, right? Let's just make that really clear.
Will we ever do that again, do you think? Will we ever get to the point?
I really hope not, because I never liked it anyway.
But
especially
you can get guards.
Children.
You can get guards that sit on top of the cake.
Can you?
Yeah, you put the guard on the cake. It's got holes in, and then you put your candles through the holes, and then you can blow it out. But then that just kind of seems. Just get one of these.
It just reminds people that there's stuff you don't want.
Yeah,
right, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, but what I love about birthdays is that you can. When you have your own family, you can create your own tradition. Whatever your family looks like, you can create your own tradition. And for my family, that generally, when it's the kids' birthdays, it will mean they come down for their birthday breakfast and there's bunting and cake.
For breakfast, perfect.
It's cake for breakfast.
Yeah, why not?
Day.
Cake. You can have cake any time of the day or night.
But if you now start to incorporate stuff like this.
Yeah, and the thing is, you can develop this. You could have little felt numbers that you want to
Velcro them on.
Yes, because what
Amazing.
I thought was with these spaces here, you could just cut out some felt numbers,
Genius.
put a little bit of Velcro, and each time it's a birthday, you change the numbers.
Genius.
Why not?
In fact, what I will do is when.
I don't think I can do limbo with hot drinks.
Right, do you know what I'm going to show you then, very, very quickly, is what I've made for tomorrow. So just bear with, so that poor Gemma does not have to limbo. We'll just change the subject completely so that Gemma can bring us a hot drink.
Thank you very much.
Right, tomorrow, this is from my Hollybobs, right? From my Hollybobs, I decided that
Different words.
actually, I pay for most things on my phone.
Yep.
But occasionally I need a note and a few coins.
Yes.
Or a lip balm.
Yep.
Or something. But I don't want to carry it,
I've
really.
stopped carrying a wallet.
But if it's something a little bit pretty like this, you can put notes in there, coins in. Oh, now some coins in there.
Money.
Then happy days, or a lip gloss, or a whatever it is. If you're a gentleman and you want something a little more gentleman-y, then got that.
You see, I do like that, but I would need the bling.
Right, so
Yeah.
bling, we've got bling in abundance.
Yeah, fabulous.
And so we'll go through this. This is tomorrow's show. It's just so that Gemma can bring us. You can either machine stitch it, you can hand stitch it, and it's going to be in different sizes, by the way, as well. Or you can leave it open and it just origami folds.
Ooh, very sexy.
And then you see you've got your little peacock there and your little blink of peacock.
And your velvet.
Yeah.
Because I suppose you can make it with scraps, with offcuts, little bits and pieces you've got in your stash.
I mean, you can. You absolutely can. But I have other stuff for you.
Yes,
for
it's
tomorrow.
these bits that make it.
These bits, yeah. And I'm also going to show you how to make, because I did an origami bag ages ago, but I did it just one fabric thick, so that it folded up really, really small.
Yeah, so you could put it in your shopping.
But at the same time, I made one for Freddie, which was denim with a red, and he's loved it. So I'm going to show how to do that because it's a very, very similar thing to that in terms of the folds. And I've got some beautiful
They are
embroidered
beautiful.
flowers.
I did see these as soon as I came in and I went, oh, where are they from? Because last time I was here, it cost me a fortune.
Yes.
So,
sorry about that.
yes, oops. But
Sorry,
it's
not
tax
sorry.
deductible.
Yeah, there we go.
There you go.
There we are.
That's it.
So that will be tomorrow's show, bags and all of that. Your water is there.
Thank
Your
you. My coffee is there. Yep.
We're getting there. We're getting there. Oh yeah, and this is the fabric that I found. Well, some of the fabric that I found to go with the denim.
That is just beautiful. It's got a real chambray look to it.
It really has. It's a bit perfect, and I'm gonna pop that there. There we go.
That is absolutely
There we are.
gorgeous.
Now, should we say hello to everybody?
Yes, let's.
Let's see who's here. So we have got Sarah with us today. We have got Lynn, we've got Joan, we've got Jimmy. Good morning.
Morning.
We've got Jojo. Good morning. We've got Elizabeth. She says happy birthday, question mark. Yes, it is. Morning Helen, morning Patricia.
21 again.
Again, keeps happening. Just keeps happening. Morning Patricia, morning Julia, morning Linda, and that there John Cole Morgan.
Oh, hello, John.
Morning. Morning Rebecca. Just noticed that this is on, which means that if we press that might come on and you might get a bit of fan.
Oh.
Morning Donna, morning Lisa. And John says in shouty capitals, hello Sarah.
Who was that?
John Cole Morgan.
Oh, I love John. Hopefully going to catch up with him at festival over the weekend. I'm off to festival on Thursday and I'm there all 4 days.
Are you there all 4 days?
I am, yes. I'm demoing somewhere at some time. My diary this week has just been...
Money.
Yes, I know where I've got to be, when I've got to be, when I look at my phone, because it tells me. That's all I need.
I have
all
Gemma.
I need. Oh yeah, you have a Gemma.
It's less portable than a phone.
I have a
but
Helen.
she does make a cup of tea.
I have a Helen. She makes a really nice cup of coffee and empties the bins. So thank you. And cuts all my fabric. It's awesome. I just make stuff now and go, well, you just cut 50 kits for me. Everybody should have a Helen and a Gemma in their lives.
I don't know. We sound like, you know.
We do, don't we? She's off this week. She's off to Disneyland. She's been telling me all of the Star Wars stuff that they've got at Disneyland
Amazing.
Paris, and I'm going...
Rona's here. She says, good morning, everyone. Lovely to see Sarah. Hope you had a great holiday, Natasha. So, my holiday did not start quite as it should have done.
What did you do?
Bearing in mind, this holiday has been... I came off air in January to a lovely message from the boy saying, are you free this week? Book it off.
Oh, okay, yes.
So, lovely. So, a long time of building excitement. Friday morning...
Right.
I pick up something off the floor. There's no secret, is there, between any of us? I picked up a pair of pants off the floor.
The joy of children. Well, actually, I'm suggesting they're not yours, but who knows? Anyway, carry on.
And put my back out. 5 o'clock in the morning. So these guys come into work to find me on the floor, rolling around like a dying fly. Going, I can't actually move. So of all the weeks to put your back out.
Just on the holiday.
Yeah, so kind of the best time because you can just lie around and not do very much, but also the worst time because you want to kind of...
Yeah, you want to explore.
Yeah. So, yeah. I'm upright-ish now.
Yes.
Morning, Kirsty. She loved your fabrics over the weekend. Morning,
you.
Sue. So, Elizabeth says that it's lovely to see you.
Thank you, Elizabeth.
And Pam says, good morning, giggly ladies.
Yeah, you've got no idea.
No. What's all going on? Morning, Christine. Morning, Jan. Morning, Claire. And Laurie. Lovely. And Jane as well. She says, good morning, everyone else. Can I just draw everyone's attention to the cake that lovely Jane has made?
You see, they're teasing me.
I know. We'll eat it in a minute.
With cake.
I know.
Yes, we may have to demolish that a little bit.
I know. Ah, Michelle, bless you. She says, happy birthday, lovely Tash. Hope the day is as joyful as you are to us every show. Oh,
If you start saying nice stuff to things us this morning, we might have a little cry.
No.
Let's not, because it's a bit warm.
John says, it's funny that we happily ate food people spat over for years and never had a problem with it.
I know.
I mean, I'm going to be honest, John, I never happily, well, no, I just ate cake, isn't it?
There's nothing wrong with cake. I just don't want people to have, like, sneezed on it.
Right, so this is my, I'm just going to show you because we've got some of these.
It's not like this is scripted or rehearsed or anything, so I don't know what's going on. Oh, okay.
Scripture rehearsed. So we found these the other day in our glittery stuff that we've bought. And I thought...
Cake toppers.
Yeah. Because... And also you can put them in little cupcakes.
You can. As my phone keeps pinging.
your
I'm very
phone?
sorry. I forgot to mute it. Can I? I'm just
of course
going to go and
Go on
mute.
then, do that. So, I just thought that rather than candles, they look rather fabulous. And because my daughter is also going to be, you know, turning 4 very soon, she has also spied these. And wants them in cupcakes. So rather than a massive cake, which I then have to peel them off the ceiling, they can each have a little cupcake with a little glittery thing. Beautiful.
And she should be wearing a tiara, because every girl needs a tiara.
What she's actually going to be wearing are her little hair clips that she has been making herself out of there. So all of the new stock that's come in for Craft Corner.
Yeah.
Don't be fooled. Emily has gone through the whole lot, snaffled everything that she wants for her birthday party. She's going to have a gluing and sticking and making glittery party. You can't call them glitter parties. Don't Google it. It's not what you think. Or a sparkle party. It's not what you think. No. Make and take. We'll do that. It's been an education. Just wanted to see some ideas.
You've got to be careful what you Google these days.
I got quite a lot of ideas, but not quite what I was thinking of. Gosh. I also
Start me off again.
I know, sorry. So lovely Kay May says happy birthday, Natasha. Lovely Kay May, right? On our system, for some reason, every time she put her name in, and I don't know why it happened, and she thought we were doing it, and we thought she was doing it, just added another month on. So with her first order, she was K May, and then she was K June, and then she was K July. And she thought it was us, and we thought it was her.
We're like, oh, witty.
Yeah. No, it's just.
Anyway, autocorrect.
Claire said, I treated myself to a slice of Victoria sponge in a tea room recently. A slice. Yvonne says, happy birthday from Melbourne, Australia. Thank you very much. Happy birthday.
Oh, Australia.
Yeah.
The thing is, there's lots of things in sewing that just sound rude when you say it, isn't there? There's lots of words that we use that normally we just go, yeah. Then you Google it and you go, ooh.
Flange.
Flange.
Yep.
Flange is one.
Yeah.
It's a proper word for a border, a flange border.
It is.
Yeah, I like a flange border.
Yeah. The very first time I remember saying that on Create and Craft, I was with Stuart Hillard.
Okay.
And what came out of my mouth was, because nobody wants a wobbly flange. You can imagine, can't you? You can imagine what happened with Stuart Hillard.
I can.
And then it went viral.
My first flange was with Nigel.
Well, that's no better, is it?
Which is equally bad. Yes.
Right, on a very
on a let's not get us banned from Facebook.
No, all of that. Joy says, thank you so much for the beautiful Klimt hanging. Can't wait to make it for a friend.
There you go.
Yeah.
I thought that was beautiful.
Stunning, isn't it?
Absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely.
Oh dear. What an appropriate show today, says Leslie. I don't think anyone could actually call us appropriate. I forgot all the makeup and everything, didn't I?
You did, yes. That's all right, I bought spare. But you see, with go lives, stuff happens and you...
Oh, hang on. Leslie says it's also her big birthday today. She's 60.
Happy birthday.
Yay! Alison says that it's cool in Howard today. Morning,
yes,
Mary.
It's not cool in here, and the lights.
No, I know. Morning, Catherine. Morning, Mavis. Morning, Sharon. Morning, Anne. Morning, Marie. We will get making stuff in a minute. Morning, Susan. It's my mum's birthday today as well. She's 85 years young.
Oh, happy
Good
birthday.
on you. Good on you. Happy birthday. Teresa's here. Good morning. Good morning, Wendy. Good morning, Myra. She says, I'm still alive, nursing a broken toe.
Oh, that interferes. Hand sewing you can do, but it interferes with your sewing machine, doesn't it? Broken toe.
Knee lift.
Knee lift. Oh, yes.
Stop button.
Yep. There you go.
Myra,
Speed
do
control.
you have that on your machine? I can't remember which one you've got. Yes. Anne says, happy birthday, Natasha, from Skeg Vegas in her caravan. Amazing.
Oh, you picked the right weather for it.
Yeah.
To be lounging. It's when you've got to work in this that we get.
Anne says that she's back from physio in time.
There you go.
I'm off to physio later. Do you know what I did? So this is how my Friday went. Right.
Okay.
Once they'd picked me up off the floor.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can picture it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I then managed to find, actually it was a measuring stick for the horses, but it's actually like a walking stick. So I was literally on 2 walking sticks. Like, you know, when people say they put their back out of it, like
yeah.
no, I literally couldn't. Mm-hmm. So young Izzy, who works for us, bless her, she's like, I'm taking you to the doctors. Right, great. Well, you've got painkillers, great. I'm now taking you to the back woman that you've booked in to see. Went to see this amazing back woman. She does bow and stuff. And I walked out of there thinking, that's it, I'm cured, this is fabulous. Tripped down a stair.
Oh, God.
And I couldn't knock on the door to go back in because she was off to do stuff for the Commonwealth Games. So I just had to like... So
for about 10 minutes you were going, yeah, I'm fixed. Oh.
2 minutes.
2 minutes. 2 minutes you were fixed.
As I walked down her hall, out of her steps, Izzy watched me come in, watched me walk, and then stumbled down the steps. Done it again.
You see, people think that we live the most glamorous lives, and actually we're just klutz buckets.
That's a great word. I don't know how caption will word that, but it's quite good.
I'll have to watch it back and see.
Fiona says, were they underwear you were trying to put on? Yeah.
Oh, that was when you were picking up the...
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it. We didn't need comments out of context.
All my drawers are on the floor because of moving.
Yes.
My drawers and my drawers. My drawer of drawers are on the floor.
Put my drawers are in a drawer at eye level. It's much easier that way.
You see, that's just it. I just need everything.
Everything I need.
You'd walk into a room and everything would be like, it would just be
Obviously,
weird.
your eye level would be higher than mine.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, everything I need is at eye level. If I don't need it, it's above or below. But I do have one of those little steps that you can unfold so I can reach the top of my wardrobe.
My new house has got 3 metre high.
Oh, that's sexy.
Right?
Yeah.
And what I really, really want, a floor to ceiling cupboards.
Yep.
With one of the ladders on the rail. I want to feel like I live in
a
library.
Yeah, in a library.
Is that really sad?
No, because I've just had, in my bedroom, I've had, this is probably too much information.
We'll sew in a minute, it's fine.
I've had cupboards built that have got 4 sliding doors that slide across, and I've got a chimney breast in the middle, so the shelves are really shallow, and then it goes back quite a long way. It goes back about 80 centimetres, so I've got a double wardrobe, and then I've got shelves, and I've got little boxes, and I've got little thing, and I just slide the doors open, and in my head I go, ah.
I want that to be the case. And why does it have to be in your head?
Well, it's not. I live on my own, so I just make those noises anyway.
Right, Ali, I need to just make something really, really clear. Ali said, did I make that cake? Did I bake? No, we know I don't bake. Occasionally we get people come here, they think it's Natasha bakes.
Oh, right.
And everybody is very quick to put them right because I don't bake. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No, I do not bake. And this is why, because I don't know if you've watched any of the shows where Gemma and I have basically decided to start a commune.
Yes.
Yeah. It started off that Gemma and I were like, really, you know, we both need a wife because that would be a lot easier.
Yeah, a wife from the 50s would be awesome.
I know, right? Mm-hmm. Right. Mm-hmm. And so, you know, that was great. but then she ditched me on air for Jane because Jane makes pretty things and bakes better than I do. And I was like, well, that's
She's got a
fine.
point.
I know. I mean, like, I can't blame her. But
Jane would be well oversubscribed, though, really, wouldn't she? She'd be too busy.
We then discovered that actually everybody has great skills, so we're just all going to make a big happy. We could take over. You know, sometimes you find those derelict villages, and we'll just do it up, and we'll just have our own.
There's a house that I keep seeing on the A1, and I think it's got wings. It's got, and I go, oh, you know what?
Perfect.
Yeah, sewing room. Yep.
So no, Jane made that, Ali. Don't worry, it is edible. Jane made it. She's amazing. She did train as a pastry chef.
You did walk through with it like that in one hand, and I was like, if that was me, that would have gone clutch bucket.
Right. To be fair, I did work in catering for years. So if I can't balance like that, I mean, I can't balance myself. To be fair,
you were bending down at the same time and grabbing things. I was like, how are you doing that?
I don't know. It's a good job you didn't point it out to me at the time because I would have just dropped everything. Mandy says, morning all, happy birthday, lovely. Could you answer a quick question for me, please? I want to try sewing with faux leather and PU. Could you tell me if I need a walking foot and or a Teflon foot, or which works better for what material? Thank you. Sylph just says, flange. Why is that Sylph? Come on. So, I would go Teflon for PU.
I would, definitely. And I'd probably go for a leather needle, because a leather needle has a nice, it has a wedge on it. Do you not bother?
I just go smaller.
You could go smaller.
Gary and I, when Gary from Juki comes in, we always have this discussion.
Yeah.
Because leather needles, they cut as they go through.
They do, yes.
Which the PU doesn't need.
No, but the leather, the faux leather did. Because she said PU or faux leather.
Oh, yeah.
So I was thinking with the leather. Yeah, finer with the PU. A Teflon, like a non-stick foot.
Yeah.
It just glides. The thing with the walking foot is they're great, but the teeth can actually mark onto the top layer
just
of what you're stitching. So if you've got firm teeth on your walking foot, you can actually leave an imprint of that on whatever you're sewing. And I've had that happen with
Teflon,
yeah,
all the way. Barbara says she was just changing the bed and ended up with sciatica. Can't seem to get rid of it. So the woman that I've been to see is a Bowen lady. Freaking amazing.
She's a what lady?
Bowen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does that mean she helps you be bendy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, poor Jimmy. He says you could get embarrassed. Ah, no mind, Jimmy. You'll be all right. You're fine. And Jackie says it's her 60th birthday today. 66. Yeah, I'm teething. And Alison says, happy birthday, Natasha McCarthy. Hi, Sarah Payne Quilter. What a lovely way to spend a birthday.
Exactly, yes.
Oh, Barbara says, my husband looked up blue lobster because he had one in the fish tank and he wanted more information.
I don't know.
No. But you know what we're going to be looking up after the show?
We're going to look it up on
It's
your phone.
On my phone, great.
We'll look on your phone because I don't need those Google searches to.
Jojo says thanks a million for quality help. There we go.
What was it? Blue lobster. Okay. Gemma.
Make a note. Why were your knickers on the floor at work? No, Ali, my knickers weren't on the floor at work. Oh my goodness, now this just gets...
I was doing something slightly different, but I heard my name. Am I wanted?
I was only joking.
Oh, all right.
You're always wanted, by the way.
I get my steps up. It's
Yeah. No, Ali, I was at home when the pant incident happened.
But you said you were on the floor here.
Yeah, I managed to get myself to here. Mm-hmm. And then I just got on the floor and just lay there under a quilt. I mean, it looked like I had squatters in by the end of the day, to be fair, because there were crumbs and all sorts.
That's not about. I prolapsed a disc years ago, and all my. I spent most of like 4 weeks lying on the floor. Ooh. Yeah, watching telly with a mirror.
Mate,
so I could upside
See,
down.
what you need one of my iPad stands where you can adjust
this
it.
Was before this was before the day I did it at university.
That's rubbish. There's so many lovely comments here. So good morning to everybody.
And thank you for having me, by the way, again, because they keep asking me back, so I can't make that much of a shower each time.
Okay. Becky says, happy birthday. Sounds like shenanigans are afoot. Actually, you've got very sparkly feet.
I have got very sparkly feet, yes. I've always, never knowingly undershod. But I'm not going to put my foot up on the counter again to show you.
Gosh, no. I did put sparkly ones then, and then I changed. I don't know why I changed. Should have been birthday sparkles. I'm going to go and sit over there so you have space to do everything that you
do
need.
this on my own.
Back, love. I might have mentioned it. Now I'm going to take phone, tea. What do I take first, Sarah?
I
What do
know.
take?
I know.
I'll put that in my back. I've got shorts. I never wear shorts.
They look really nice. Your legs are very tanned.
But I realise that I'm tall enough that it doesn't matter. I don't have to. I don't do shorts.
I'm wearing heels and you're still so much taller than me. Get out of here.
I'm going. I'm taking tea, I'm taking tech, I'm taking everything. And yeah.
And we're going to play with some fabric.
We're going to play with some fabric. Do you want to show everybody what fabric?
Yes, because the key to this pattern,
Oh, hang on.
well, apart from being electric,
Yeah.
okay, and don't be afraid of that. I'm going to show you how you make your little circuit. It's super, super simple. And once you've had a go at it, you're going to just try and put it everywhere. Okay, but this is the secret of it, is the fabric. Because look at this.
Oh, hang on.
There's me going, look at this. Where am I looking?
I'm just trying to change it now. There you go. So, go on then.
There we go.
Flash your fabric at us.
This is the, give you a quick flash. This is the secret of the fabric, because the whole thing is made with this piece, because you can see it means that we get all of these wonderful colours and we get all these lovely gradients. It's a bright pop of colour, really fun to do, but it's just one piece. So I've cut the various different bits of cake out, different sections. You also get in your kit, because obviously we need icing. We do need icing, and we know I like a bit of bling. So I've gone.
Do you want to go close up?
Yes, we can go close up.
We
can go close up. This.
Oh. I thought you'd embroidered it.
No.
Oh,
this is
that's
the
good
fabric. You see,
fabric.
it's cheating. It is cheating.
A bit of cheating.
So this is the gorgeous fabric we are using. It has got like a treatment with the sparkly silver on it.
Nice.
So that and that together just make everything fabulous. And then we go that little extra step by making it electric and giving ourselves a nice little light.
So now we have got a certain number of kits of these.
We have, because I've only been able to get a certain number of these at the moment.
And that's the electrical bits that go with it.
Yes.
I don't know. I need to ask Gemma. She'll be like, oh, my
I'm trying to
nan's gonna
source
mention again.
more bits and pieces, but I haven't managed to as yet, because this is an idea that I had years ago for putting lights into quilts.
Yes.
And my first book idea was about using LEDs. It never went anywhere. So, but now I'm going, you know what? I'm ready to do this. I'm ready.
So Jane put a whole string of LEDs into a Christmas advent.
Yes.
Which was beautiful. And I'm just going to ask Gemma, do we have any of those LED strings? Thank you, darling. Because if they are, then we can tag them into the show. Because then, if you
can put them around the outside.
Around the outside, around the outside.
Stitch them on to there, like a flange.
Or in every single...
Yeah.
You'd have one for then every single thingy, if you wanted.
Yes. Now, what we're using for this one is we've got the little LED light that has the 2 prongs on it, so you can poke it through. So you don't need to make big holes.
Oh, well, that's
so if you want to, you can take the light off.
What?
Remove it. I know.
And also, ours don't sparkle.
That's, yeah.
I love that it's a sparkly one.
Yeah.
It's like
got a flame.
The lighthouse of quilt.
Exactly. In the House of Pain. So, let's...
Which is appropriate in so many ways this morning. Elizabeth says, you are like 2 giggly schoolgirls.
It's always like that when we get together, though, isn't it?
Yes. And we haven't even had gin.
I know.
We do
get into trouble. We end up doing
Always.
things like going and setting up a picnic just where it says no
next
sitting.
to the sign that says no picnics, no sitting.
And we're going, this is nice. How come there's space here?
It's really nice and quiet here, isn't it? Yeah. That would be why. Big sign. Don't
Yeah.
do it.
And then we kept thinking, why are those people frowning at us? That'll be why. Right, so in your pattern, you're going to get a series of templates.
Right.
Okay, and they're full size. You're just going to need to trace them. So I'm just going to do, as for demo purposes, I'm going to do the little cake and the candle. I'm going to show you how to put it together, and then I'm going to show you how to make it light up.
Oh, there you go. You've got cakes in the background.
Okay, so yes, it's going to work, because obviously with this pattern, it's got the candles around the outside, but you could actually just make the centerpiece as a cushion if you wanted to, as you know, to have a birthday cushion. You don't have to make the whole thing, or you could add further borders and make it into something much bigger. It's really up to you. Once you've got the templates, that's where you're going to go. So what I'm going to do...
What else you could do?
What's that?
You know, in your book,
Yes.
where you do the wall hanging for height.
Yes. Oh, yeah, the robot wall hanging.
You could do this as a long, thin wall hanging with a flashy thing, and then you just mark off their heights every birthday.
How adorable would that be?
Amazing.
Yes. Because I think, have you still got some of the kits? And I think you've still got some of the kits in the books.
Yeah.
Right, so in your kit, you're going to get a piece of Bonder web. All right, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to, as I said, work with just one of the cakes. So the first thing I'm going to do is trace the icing. I'm using a Sharpie here just because it means you can see it. Yes, the Bonder web has a paper side.
Do they get the Bonder web in the kit, Sarah?
Sorry?
Is the Bonder web in the kit?
Yes.
Okay. And if you are watching for the first time because you love Sarah and you follow her and you've never seen us, then good morning. And good morning to our YouTubers as well. But you can find all of these things at www.natashamakes.com. And when you go onto the website, if you click on Make It Monday, you will find the whole collection there. And
there you go.
Or just have a good old rummage around.
Yeah, you can have a little good old rootle. There's nothing wrong with a rootle on a Monday morning.
I love a good rootle.
Right, so I've traced onto the paper side my icing. I'm also going to trace the other elements. So I'm not being hugely accurate here because I don't really need to be, because we're not talking about piecing here.
Right.
So there's my big flame. There's my little flame.
So just all the separate little bits.
All the separate little bits that are going to be different colours. And then this one here, this little flame, will be the candle tops for all of the other flames as well. Okay, so you can trace those too. Now then I'm also going to do the cake over here. And you'll see you do get plenty of your Bonder web, which is a heat activated adhesive. So now I'm going to cut these roughly. Do you have some paper scissors?
Yes, in my swivelly, roundy thing, you'll see the rainbow ones in the top bit that say paper. Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. So I'm just going to cut these out roughly. And I mean, we can save these little bits here because you'll get a couple of candles. You'll get a couple of lights out of that.
Oh, right.
Now, the candles themselves in the border are pieced, but obviously the flames aren't. Right, so let's just move that out of the way. And everything that's going to be a different colour needs to be cut out separately. Right. So now I'm going to go to the ironing mat. Do you need me to move the ironing mat over, or?
No, if you iron sort of there-ish.
Right, okay.
If you look in your screen, that's what we can see.
Okay, I will keep that. So first of all, what colour shall I? Well, here's my icing. Okay, so the icing piece. You take your iron-on adhesive. You've got a rough side and a smooth side. Rough side goes down. That's the glue side.
Right.
Okay, and again, you get extra of this. You get more than you need, because you're going to cut all 3 bits of icing out with this. But you might want to use a adhesive sheet, Teflon sheet to protect your iron and stuff like that. If you do a lot of
We have got those.
Yes,
coming
I saw one earlier.
Tomorrow's show. Do you want it?
I was just looking round for it.
I've got one here.
Yes. I'm umming because I'm looking for it. But basically,
is it under there?
Oh, here we go.
There you go.
Right. So what you can do with this, I love these because you can actually build up your images on here. They're absolutely fantastic. But you can use it to protect your iron. You can use it to protect your mat. I will actually use it properly in a moment. But for now, I'm just going to pop my iron on the top there. And you see the heat activated glue that's then stuck. Nice and stuck. Now when you're working with a heat activated adhesive like this, do be careful because the fabric holds its temperature a little longer than it would if it was just fabric. So it's very easy to pick it up when it's still hot. So I'm just going to cut out that piece. And again, I'm being quite rough and ready with it because we don't need perfection. We've just got lovely dribbly icing that's oozing unctuously down the side of our cake.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. I mean, it's so hot today. In fact, it does look like Jane's cake is oozing down the side. I keep being
That's what
distracted
icing should
looking at
do.
it. Yes, it should.
It should ooze down the side and pool in a puddle at the bottom. So there we go. We've got our beautiful little bit of icing. Next, I'm going to choose the cake. So what colour should I do the cake? And this is the point of this fabric. You see, this beautiful graded ombre all the way across. I think I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it just here. I'm going to have the cake colour. With the other ones, I went this way. But with this one, I'm just going to have, so we've got a bit of orange and we've got a bit of that glorious magenta. And I'm going to pop that on the bottom here.
Nice.
So you're always putting this on the back. So if you are doing numbers and letters with your applique, remember you have to trace them backwards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or use something like Heat and Bond or Misty Fuse.
Yes, Misty Fuse. Yeah, that's a good one.
Stuff like that where it's just, and it looks like a web.
Yeah.
So, you know, when I did my beautiful trousers the other day.
Yes.
Which so I had to, I can't believe I share these details with everyone, but I've started, so I'll finish now. Because
You're
my
committed
back was
now.
bad and I had to pack for my holiday. And I didn't really want to ask my ex-husband to help me pack.
Right.
That, you know, felt a bit wrong.
Look at that. Doesn't that look gorgeous?
Do you know what I did, Sarah?
What did you do?
I got a litter picker to pick stuff up off the floor, which I use, by the way, is genius if you have a tumble dryer and everything drops down the back of your tumble dryer.
Right.
I always have a litter picker by the tumble dryer to pick up all the socks and stuff that fall down the back of the
Yep,
tumble
you are
dryer.
a genius.
I am just giving you my life hacks.
Yes,
right?
you are an absolute genius.
So basically, I packed using a litter picker to pick stuff up.
Dear, oh dear.
I completely forgot to take my beautiful trousers that I'd made for
Oh,
my
no.
holiday because they were here on one of the dummies, and I mean I think really I'm the only dummy in the room right now, and
You're not really. She's not.
but I'd made them so I could wear them with heels,
Right.
and I never quite got to the with heels stage. So I know another time. But yeah, but I did have a slight pinking shear incident midway of making those,
Right.
which a bit of Heat and Bond
Yeah.
sorted. No, when
We've all done that, or accidentally sliced through something when we didn't mean to.
Yeah.
Just very quickly, when I cut out my shape, I always cut away all of the scrap bond web first, because what you don't want to happen is to leave a little bit of it on there, and then you go to use the fabric for something else, you iron, and it sticks to your iron because you don't realise it's there. So I always cut away all of these bits before I cut my flame perfectly.
I might have a little box that I leave scraps with any kind of bonding agent in.
Because you often, you know, you might go, I really need a parrot's beak, you know, or I need an eyeball.
I often think I need a parrot's beak.
Yes, and we'll just go, I just need that little bit, but you don't want it. And I've also got a pot that I keep these in because that's obviously got that's still got the interface on it and it's still quite small. But yeah, you don't want to leave things anywhere that they might get restuck. So I've done the outside of the flame from there. I'm going to do the inside of the flame. I'm going to have yellow.
Nice.
Now the thing is, don't worry about where you're cutting from this strip. Just try and keep it to the edge because you will be making things with the strips. All right, so you can, you know, cut to there and you've got a nice long strip, and then cut to there and you've got a nice long strip. So let's have a trim off those extras.
Okay, so does this kit come with instructions?
Yes, it does.
Okay, and if they want the instructions separately?
Yes, you have those as well.
Okay, there we go.
But obviously there's not the electrics
No.
with that.
Got it.
So there we go. Press that. And, oh, it's your paper scissors.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Yes.
Amazing.
Lizard Spock. That's a Big Bang Theory reference.
Lizard Spock. Not everyone, yeah. I realised that I was actually the only one in the building the other day that had watched it because, what were we talking about? Something, and I went, oh yeah, fun with flags. And everyone just looked at me and I went, have none of you ever watched The Big Bang Theory? And they just looked blankly
They
at
have
me.
just missed out on on so much.
Yeah.
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 But that's why I love you, because we can geek out. Right. There we go. So that's my candle.
Beautiful.
So we've prepped all the bits now. Just going to move that over there.
So this week we will have lots of goodies and bargains for you. We are starting off obviously with lovely Sarah Payne here today. Tomorrow we've got some cracking fabric deals because, you know, it'd be rude not to. Oh, have you found my little applique pins?
Yes, I've just nicked them because I just need a pin. Because I'm just going to show you how to...
But that's what they're there for. They are the little applique.
Yeah, aren't they gorgeous? But no, I need to take the bonder web off. And often people struggle removing the bonder web or heat and bond, you know, when you're trying to get the edge started. So a tip is to get a pin, run the pin along the back of the paper, and then you can peel it across like that. It just makes life a whole lot easier. Now I'm going to use your sheet here to build up my image. Oh, we can build up the image straight onto the fabric, but I like having the ability to do it before I stick it down to my fabric. So there we go. Also, if you go to peel the paper off and it doesn't quite come off, you might not have left the heat and it might not have fused properly.
Yes.
Yeah, so just pop the iron back on onto your piece and you'll be good.
Perfect.
Right. So that's... Also, if you go to stick something, it doesn't stick, check if you've actually taken the paper off. Because even now I do that. You think by now, having written a whole book about applique, but I still don't listen to myself.
I mean, do as I say, not as I do, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, I'm doing this whilst talking.
Whilst talking.
Whilst talking.
Yep. 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 I think that's fine.
Right.
I think we all understand that.
So I'm going to start layering all my pieces now. So the first bit I want to put my flame, a little bit of the flame on top of the other bit of the flame. All right, so we're just going to pop that on top like that. And because I've got the Teflon sheet underneath, this is not going to stick to anything. You know, it doesn't matter. You see that peels off, the glue is still there.
Yep.
If I did that on a piece of fabric or I did it on the ironing mat, it would stick to the ironing mat and then we'd be in trouble. But with this sheet, it means I can build up my image and I don't have to worry about it sticking to anything. So let's put all that gorgeous, dribbly, unctuous icing on
gorgeous,
top of
dribbly, unctuous. I am rivaling you with the likes of Roald Dahl for your words today, Sarah.
Oh,
just saying.
I do have a tendency to make words up. So there we go. There's the cake. But I didn't just make that word up. That is an actual word.
Dribbly, unctuous.
Unctuous, yeah. Dribbly and dribbly, unctuous. It's two words. Okay. So I'll just make stuff up. Right.
Works for me.
It's like I know if people have learnt to sew with me when they use, you know, like a beginner and an ender, if they call it a doohickey. You're one of my tribe. So there we go. I've got my candle. I'm going to pop that underneath. Because what you're going to do is you're building from the back forwards. And that's going to float. You could have it like that if you wanted to, but if you look at a candle, when it's burning, you'll see that there's actually a little bit of gap between the flame and
There's
the
a bit of
candle.
blue, isn't there?
Yes, it's sort of, you can't really see it, so it looks like it hovers. So we will pop that, but oh, that's not quite centered. Let's move that over. There we go, and that's all fused together. So what you will do with the pattern is you will prepare the other 2 pieces of cake, and you put them on top of each one, because you work from the back forwards.
Got it.
All right, because you don't want to see this rough edge here.
Nope.
You want to have the other bit of cake, this bit will sit just over the top like that when you cut it out. And you've also got, as I said, all of the cake bits, all of the dribbly bits. So now we are going to get our background fabric.
Ooh.
All right. Oh, and this is also in the kit. I've made a terrible mess, lots of bits everywhere.
That's all right.
Obviously, I'm not making the whole thing here. I'm just making a section so that we can have a play with it. But a quick press. And then I'm going to put my cake. So with your pattern, you're going to cut it. It's going to be slightly larger.
Right.
And then you're going to sew it all together.
Right.
And then you trim it down.
Right.
Because the thing with applique is it can make your fabric distort
Slightly,
as
yeah.
you're sewing.
Yeah,
so we start bigger, then get smaller. So with those, I kind
like
of...
all good cakes.
Like all good cakes, yes.
Yes.
Yes. I probably put it about 1/4 of an inch from the bottom, and then I will trim that down. So when we put the borders on, you don't have any roughness. But for now, I'm going to put it in the middle just so that you can see what I'm doing. Right. So I'm going to lay that piece there. I'm going to put my little flame on the top, and we're going to fuse them together. Don't you just love technology? What did we do before we had heat-activated fusible web?
Probably a lot of pins and a lot of swear
Yes.
words. Although it was probably in a time when it would have been very much...
Oh, just press the steam button there. That made me jump.
very much frowned upon.
It would be that.
To actually, you know.
Right. So now I've finished my bit of cake.
Oh, so fast.
I know. It all comes together quite quickly. Now, we need to sew the cake bits down. And what I've done in the actual pattern is I've done free motion, but you don't have to. You could do a zigzag stitch, you could do a straight stitch. It's really up to you. I do like a bit of a wobbly look to it, which is what you can see around here. It's a great opportunity to have a practice with your free motion, but the idea is be as wobbly as possible. But we've got a lovely variegated thread on the machine that I'm going to play with, and I'm going to do a straight stitch instead.
Yay!
Okay, and this is not a machine that I use, so when I started it earlier I went, oh! So we'll see how that goes.
We say this a lot, don't we? It's like driving
someone else's car.
Yeah,
it's precisely that.
Yeah. So I won't put you on a close up yet. You're fine.
Yes, because I keep pressing the puddle. Pressing the pedal. I'm in a puddle.
Oh yeah, I meant to switch the fan on.
Oh yes, if we can.
Yeah, you just have to turn the on button
on the
thing. I know.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah,
it's right around my feet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. So I'm going to just. I think I've unthreaded the machine. Hold on. Yes. So this is what happens when you don't use your own machine.
Would you like me to come and thread it for you? Because it's a sideways threader.
It is a sideways thredder, isn't it?
It's a semi-industrial.
I'll let you come and thread it.
Yeah. I'll show you all what to do. Oh. There it is.
I normally give it a go myself, but
this is the thing that always flummoxes people. And when I've used like my DX or something for a little while, and then I come back to this, I'm like, oh, I can't actually remember how to do it. But it hooks across there and across there because the needle is sideways.
I've got you.
There you go.
I've got you. I'm used to front facing.
Yeah, and that's the thing.
It's funny how
completely different, isn't it?
It is. It's a bit like because I've got a Jeep that is automatic, and my camper van is manual. So it's when I flip between the two.
Yes.
Just trying to that first few seconds. Yeah. It's like, which one am I in? Well, I know which one I'm in because one sounds really smooth and the other one drives like a tank.
Yeah, my lorry the same. 7.5 ton lorry to an automatic.
Yeah.
You've got to remember to change gears, or it's Not ideal. Oh, Jill's found her order. She said we're moving house and hubby forgot to tell me. So I don't know. Yeah, she's got it. Ah, there you go.
Right, so I'm just going to go round the icing. Take it slow. Keep your needle down and then pivot. So I'm doing the straight line version here. But you could do a zigzag stitch. That would be nice. That would give you sort of more of a definite outline. But you're doing what you're comfortable doing because this is your project. You know, you don't have to do it the way I tell you. Exactly. You know, you could cut the icing. You could make the icing more dribbly if you wanted to. Less dribbly.
Oh no, come on, not less dribbly.
No, it can't be less dribbly.
No.
But if you're finding, you know, getting around these shapes a little tricky, then you can smooth out those shapes. Because here we've got lots of peaks and troughs.
I think what I really like about this as well is that there are plenty of spots where you can, if you're making it, if you're personalising it for maybe a grandchild or something like that. Like you say, you could do felt numbers, or you could do initials,
you can add huge amount to it.
Names, or you could spell out names on the candles. You know, how special would that be?
Well, because Deborah, she does my proofreading for me.
Lovely Deborah.
You know
Hello,
Deborah, yes.
Yeah.
Hello, Deborah. I don't know if she's watching. But she does the proofreading for me, and I sent it over and she sent it back and she said, oh, I would just love to put all the family names
Oh, yeah, you see, and that's
on like
just
little
it.
flags, like little bits of bunting, and you know, hang them when it's somebody's particular birthday. And I thought, oh, that's such a genius idea.
Well, that's just it. So we always have birthday bunting in our house, and that's, you know, that is one of the things. And we also have a special restaurant that we go to for dinner, and me and the kids went there last night, and it was just lovely. And having little Emily sitting at the bar having a mocktail.
Oh, how old is she now?
She will be 4 in September.
4.
I don't quite know how that happened.
I know.
I really don't know how that happened.
I remember coming over to see you, and she didn't like the glasses, I don't think, because she just screwed her face up when she looked at me.
But to be fair,
she was a newborn with lots and lots of black hair.
She looked like a cross between Michael McIntyre and Jackie Chan. It's true. She did. You can't deny it. You can't deny it. You had a moment where you were about to say no, she didn't, and you cannot deny it.
I can't deny it.
That is exactly what my
child
child
is exactly.
looked like.
But she's blossoming.
She's blossoming. Stephen said to me, I thought that children were meant to come out looking like their fathers. I didn't know that you knew Jackie Chan. And I'm like, how very, very rude of you. I've just produced you a beautiful child. Or be her with jet black hair.
Yes, and a lot of it as well. So if we got, there we go, got her.
Yeah. Oh, hi Debbie. She says, happy birthday to you, Natasha. I'm watching from Ibiza. Doesn't want to miss today's show. No. Well, have a lovely time in Ibiza. Oh, Deborah says, yes, I am. She's always watching.
Is that my Deborah?
She doesn't say she's always watching. I added that in.
Oh.
And I realise now that it did sound slightly scary. So sorry about that. Morning Fran, morning Anne, morning Nicola, morning Lynn, and of course to all of our YouTubers that I can never really get on to see. Oh, right. Jill says, thanks Natasha Makes. Not sewing at the moment as most of it's packed. I know that one. I keep walking. It's the one room left in the house that I haven't packed up, is all the sewing stuff.
Yes, I've got a similar problem.
Until I have my cupboards built, I have nowhere to put it.
Yeah, mine's just ending up in the spare room, more and more boxes, or living in the boot of my car at the moment.
Yeah, I'm living out the boot of my car at the moment. I feel slightly nomadic. It's all good.
Right, so I've done the candle side. I'm doing a stop stitch at either end, a little back stitch, and then I'll do the flame, the inside of the flame next.
Now, the thing is, right.
The thing is,
Sarah, you are using Bondweb here, and if you are not going to throw this through the wash,
yes,
and this bit scares you, don't do it.
Yeah, don't do it.
Don't do it.
And the thing is, you could hand sew it if you want to. You could use, you know, hand stitch a blanket stitch.
Yeah.
That'll look nice, especially in bright colours, because it's sort of really, you know, I love a blanket stitch on applique because I think it makes it look really classy.
I love a blanket stitch.
Sorry?
I love a blanket
Yeah.
stitch. I'm not normally one for a lot of hand
I think
sewing.
they're underrated, blanket stitch.
Oh, get all your colours out.
Yeah.
Get all your colours out.
I do feel like I'm driving someone else's car, I have to say.
But it is a great machine. I do
It
love
is. It stitches beautifully.
Yeah, and do you know the lovely thing about it, and you'll see this tomorrow, is that it doesn't matter top or bottom, it's going to give you exactly the same stitch. You've come on.
Just unthreaded it again.
Do you want me to come and do it again?
Hang on, let's see if I can do it. Needle up. Let's see if I can do it. So
round the, hang on, let me put you on a close up and then I
so
can
we
see
go
you.
round the back like
Round
that.
the back, yeah.
And then through the front, there's a little catch there. And then am I just
Across
letting
to
go?
the side, you just basically go side to side. Have you done it? Get you. It's
Yeah,
almost
saucy
like,
minx, there you go.
It's almost like you've known a sewing machine or two in your time.
Yeah, it's almost like I I know what I'm doing. I try and give that impression, but it doesn't work very often.
I mean, you know,
Right.
no judgment here. It's all good. Oh, Claire's had to start. Claire, are you moving then? Is that move all happening? She said she had to start packing her sewing things. So it was overflowing.
Who's
from her
that?
corner into the rest of the room, Claire.
Oh. Right, so
I'm
we're
not going
coming.
to lie. You know, I was very lucky before. I had a whole room dedicated to sewing.
Yes,
Not
I had
gonna
a whole
have that
floor.
again. Yeah.
Yep.
Not
Going from
gonna
a
have
6
that
bed to a
luxury.
2 bed cottage. You know, I don't have a TARDIS. I really should. That's what I
As much
need.
as you would love one.
As much as I would love one.
You
yes.
know, I used to work for a company called Weird and Wonderful, don't you?
Yes, I do.
And the very first thing that I ever walked into was the TARDIS. So we did all the. It was when I worked in props as a paint person in props. Used to paint, and yeah, the very first thing they had the TARDIS, but they were also licensed by Lucasfilm so that we could make all the stuff for Star Wars. Did
You
I
just
never
get
tell you
cooler
that?
and cooler every time we talk.
Did I never tell you that?
I knew about the TARDIS. I didn't know about the Star Wars.
It also had the machine from the camper van from Scooby Doo. Just saying.
You tease me with your loveliness. Right, so there we go.
When are you coming to do a show with Myrtle anyway?
Oh, soon. I'm still waiting for my camera equipment. I've just upgraded my computer system.
Right.
So we're good to go on that. And the next is the camera equipment.
Right.
And then once that's done, I'm going to come and see you. And me and Myrtle, we're going to film outside and make a mess. So there we go. Anyway, let's hold that up there. Is that good for a close-up?
Yes, you can. Down a bit, down a bit, down a bit. There you
Down
go.
a bit, down a bit, down a bit, down a bit.
Perfect. Oh, I love the ombre cake. It makes it look, well, it gives it that
Have you flicked
curvy
to it?
bit. Yeah, but it didn't.
There we go.
I was
Yeah.
just enjoying it.
And so you should. There you go. You've got that lovely ombre effect, and it's not so in your face. It's not too strong. It's quite delicate, but it means
All
that
cake
all.
needs to be in my face.
There you go. Yep. There's no answer. There are no words, and there's no answer. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take you on to the next step. Where's the rest of my white fabric? There we go. We're going to imagine
We're
that you've
imagining
made the whole of the rest of that.
all the tears.
And then you have put on all the candles. So the
Amazing.
candles themselves are pieced. All right. So we do a long strip, 2 different lengths.
Right.
So we do a long strip and then we cut them up.
Yeah.
And then you put a little strip in between. All the measurements are in the pattern.
Perfect.
So we put these little strips in between. It means that instead of cutting lots of little strips,
Yeah.
which is quite time consuming
Yeah.
and quite frankly boring,
Yeah.
we can actually do it much quicker by doing a long strip and then chop, 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 chop.
Yeah.
All right.
Perfect.
So and then you'll make these. I think there's 28 candles in total.
Amazing.
You sew together the borders, put on the little candle heads, and I would sew all of those bits down before you sew the borders on, because it just makes it easier to manoeuvre in your machine. Rather than trying to work with the whole panel, you're just working with that little bit. Okay.
Hello,
Some
Gemma.
messages from YouTubers.
Ah, YouTubers.
Can you say hello to Kenneth?
Oh, hello, Kenneth.
He's just found us and he's going to be watching us all week.
Ah, thanks,
Hello,
Kenneth.
Kenneth. Welcome to the madhouse.
And also, Janice Pike's had a marvellous idea.
Oh,
Right.
She is thinking of adding Velcro and so she can put her Velcro name on on a bigger piece of cake, maybe.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Velcro
Yeah, we've
removable
got
bits.
Velcro with numbers, and I was going to say to you,
Yeah.
could you possibly add the Velcro to today's show, because we've
Yeah,
got a lot of
of
Velcro.
course.
Also,
Hook
what
and loop. I think
Yeah,
they call
you
it.
could do. You could put them. You could make little bags and hang them off. We talked about bunting, didn't we?
Yeah.
Bunting, I thought was
Yeah.
was a nice idea. But having that on the cake as well, especially the bottom one.
Yes.
You know, if you cut your icing less dribbly, you've got space. You've got space on there. But you could also, because the other thing I thought, you could put buttons along the bottom. And then you can hang loops, things on loops on the bottom, on your buttons. So you've got button.
Pinanas.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Little sweets. Have sweets in them. Because that's what we need. Cake plus sweets. We don't need encouraging, do we?
It's not long, is it?
Bring you a little biscuit, perhaps.
Biscuits and things.
Goodness
Nice.
me. Then Gemma comes in to tease us with her loveliness.
Oh.
Right. So I'm just going to give this bit of fabric. I'm going to chop this up. I'm using the extra, because you get the white on white in here to do all of the borders and everything, but I'm cheating and using some of it for the backing. You need to add your own wadding and your own backing to this project.
So
The
the kit will do what?
kit will do all of the front and the binding,
Okay.
okay?
And
the electrics.
and the electrics.
And the electrics, yes. So what you need to put something else on the back, because the thing is, I don't know what you want to use. You might want to use quite a firm, fusible foam. You might want it to be really rigid on the wall.
Yeah, you might want it like Styleville and have it
Yeah,
really,
exactly. Have it really
I
dense.
think wadding is such a personal choice.
And actually, it's not a huge piece of wadding. So if I was to supply the wadding, it would be far too big.
Yeah.
Because that's how we have to cut it. You know, you
Yeah.
end up with a crib size, which is fine if that's what you want. But if you've already got wadding, just use wadding from your stash, because I think this is 28 inches. Brain's just gone. Can't remember how big it is. It does say on the pattern. Where are we? 28 and a half inches by 24 and a half
Okay.
inches. So it's not massive.
It's really doable.
It is, and it's doable in like an afternoon.
Amazing.
You know, because most of the detail is quite bold, and it comes from the colours.
Perfect.
So I'm just going to chop this and pretend that we are quilting.
I'm just wondering as well, because we've got our beautiful confetti ombres
Oh,
to back it with.
yeah, that'd be nice to put on the back. That would be lovely.
Be beautiful.
So you can quilt it as well if you want to. You
Lovely.
could quilt all the white areas. I haven't on this particular occasion, but you could echo quilt to go all the way around. You could free motion quilt, really sort of let your little quilty diva out and have a play with that, sort of going scrolling.
Well, you could. I mean, maybe you've got templates that you want to use. Maybe
yeah,
you've got
practice your
Wesley
rulers.
or anything like that, and it's perfect for that.
Because
Really
it's a blank
perfect.
canvas.
Yeah.
So you really can do whatever you want to on this. In fact, I'm going to just echo quilt around this very quickly. It's a small piece, so I don't
Go on
need a
then.
walking foot. But then we'll turn it over and I'll show you the electrics. I just want all my layers to hold together.
All right.
But echo quilting basically means you choose a line and then you echo it. So in this case, the line that I'm choosing is the edge of my applique. And the needle is in the middle, so I'm going to be in about just under 1/4 inch from the edge. If you quilt right up to something, or you stitch in the ditch and you have a little wobble, it's really obvious because they're so
really
close.
is.
It is.
And I remember when I first started quilting, I thought that stitch in the ditch, no one will notice, it'll be
Yeah.
great. But you're right, as soon as you wobble, it just shows
People
up.
used to
This
come
is
into the
best way.
shop and go, right, I'm starting my quilt, I'm going to stitch in the ditch, and we go, no, don't do that, because even a stitch width out and it shows. But whereas if we go around the outside and you do have a little wobble, you
You're
won't
fine.
see it because it's got nothing, there's no sort of stage, no sort of reference point.
No, exactly
it.
that. Exactly that. Oh, Leslie, bless you. Happy birthday, Natasha. I'm watching on YouTube. Well, thank you for popping over to Facebook to pop that message on. Morning, Margaret. Morning, Carolyn. Oh, Claire says she's dumped and donated 20 plus bags for life of old clothes. Oh, do you know, I've got a massive, great big box that I filled so high with clothes and shoes and everything else.
Yeah.
I can't actually lift it.
Yes, I've been doing the same thing because it just doesn't all fit in my new house. So many. The shoes can't go. You know, I can't part with my shoes. So that was the first thing that moved. Actually, the first two things that came with me were my shoe cabinet and my gin cabinet. So let's get priorities.
I respect your priorities here.
Yes, yes.
And I can't fault you.
No, you know, you got to live how you want to live.
Yeah. Shoes and gin.
Shoes and gin, yes, and one chair when I first moved in. But now it's quite full, and yeah. But a lot of stuff has to go, and you know, some of that stuff now has been in bags for a couple of years. It probably means I don't need it.
Do you know what? That is the thing. There is part of my wardrobe that I probably haven't worn because it's for when I lose the baby weight. Well, you know, Freddie's 8. So it shows you how long it's been since I wore it. Morning, Hilary. Morning, Fiona. Have I moved all my animals yet? Fiona, not yet.
So what was that?
Yeah. No,
Oh.
Fiona's just asking if I've moved all my animals yet.
No.
No.
That's a big...
Yeah, it is. The horse transporter is on standby. I did play with the idea of taking them down myself. I'd have to have done it in 2 loads though with the size lorry that I've got. And I'm not going to lie, Prince, he's my 16-2 ex-race horse. He gets quite excited about 45 minutes in,
Right.
thinking that he's going racing.
Oh.
Yeah, and I don't know that I really want 16-2
have to deal with
leaping
that.
around ex-racehorse getting all excited thinking that he's going racing.
Yeah.
So
On the
I thought
M5.
that- yeah. So I thought that my lovely horse transporter could do that instead. Oh, look at that! Beautiful.
There we go. Obviously, I've done it in a bright colour, but if you did this in white, it would make the design pop without it being so obvious. So you don't have to worry so much, because this is a great project for a beginner. So I'm going to show you part of the pattern now, because we're going to do the electrics, and I want you to not be scared.
Okay.
Okay,
not
because
scared.
this is so super simple. And you have your little kit, and I want you to see how it all works.
And it's all in the instructions.
All in the instructions. So you've got I mean, literally with my patterns I put in how to bind and everything. So, you know, you've got all of that detail in there. There we go.
Elizabeth says that looks lovely. And Petra says practice makes perfect. Have one of your books, but not the latest. Petra, we still stock her books. So you
You
still
do,
get it.
yes. Yes, I don't have any more of them. I've got to order some more, but right. So what you've got, obviously this is the back page, so you've got your templates, but just inside here we've got the details of your electrics in there. So it says now we need to wire in the battery and the LED, and that's what we're going to do. So I've given you a little circuit, just a little, if you're a bit techie and you want to see exactly how it works. But basically, let's have a look in the kit. We're going to go on to the back.
Can I be really honest?
What's that?
I did A-level physics and I hated the electrics. I just did not understand electric circuits, and they are meant to be, and I know that it's logic,
Yep.
but give me astrophysics any day. I was far happier with redshift, blue shift, Doppler effect and all that kind of malarkey than I ever was with an electric circuit.
You see, with the circuits, when I was doing my physics GCSEs, I love the circuits, I love the idea.
No.
But what we have here is we have a thread that conducts low levels of electricity. So you can't feel it. Yes, this is conductive thread. This is the magic.
What?
This is how this works. You can put this in a bobbin. You can put it through your sewing machine.
Are you kidding me?
Nope, this is where the magic happens. All right, so
Whoa,
start
whoa,
thinking
whoa,
about
whoa,
all
whoa.
wearable LEDs, heat sensors. We could make a mug hug that lit up.
Hang on. I want to go to a festival now and just light up.
Yeah, I can make you light up.
You do anyway, Tash.
Oh,
You just
darling,
do.
Thank you.
Wherever you go.
We can put heat sensors on you so that we can tell when you're too warm.
Always.
That would be dangerous. Crikey, could you
Oh, I
imagine?
need water.
Just this glowing dot.
We're going to get
around
ourselves
the place.
banned again.
Probably.
Can we say a little reminder that the fabric kit
Yeah.
does not include the instruction
Oh, fabric
it's
kit
separate,
does
sorry.
not include
Yeah.
instructions.
because we've put them in a choice of printed or digital.
Oh, there you go.
So if you
That's
live
why.
internationally
I'm
and you want
hope-
the instructions,
Yeah.
you can download them.
Right, I'm just hoping that everybody can hear this, so I will reiterate because I know that
Sorry,
Gemma
I
has her
thought-
teaching voice on, but if you didn't hear that, so we have a choice of the pattern being either printed or digital. Some people want them printed, some people want them digitally, especially those abroad.
Yep.
Often get them digital. That's absolutely fine. The other thing to bear in mind is that they don't come with the kit because we don't know which choice you would.
I've got you.
So
There you go.
There we are.
So you will get them separately.
Yeah.
Just need to choose. So where was I? Yes, this is the magic. This is conducting thread. Now, the levels of electricity that are generated by this battery are so low that you can't feel it. There's no electric shocks or anything like that.
Okay, so it's not like when I'm dealing with the electric fencing for the horses.
Not even
that comes
close.
off mains electric.
Not even close.
No. Okay.
So this is our little battery pack, and when you look at your battery pack, you'll see 2 of the connectors on one side have a minus on them, and 2 of them have a plus. So we're going to use one of those and one of those.
Right.
Because we could actually set up 2 circuits. We could have another circuit going that way if we want to.
Stop it. We're not doing that.
We are not doing that.
This is not GCSE physics.
No, but you could do.
But you could do.
We have a battery. We have our little LED.
Maybe.
And the LED itself has a long point and a short one.
Right.
All right, which tells us the positive and the negative.
Do you want to show us that on a little closey, uppity?
So over here.
Yeah.
You see that? We've got a long and a short.
Right.
All right, and it does. I have to keep looking. So the positive one is the long one.
Right.
All right, but we're gonna worry about that in a minute. For now, we're not going to think about it.
Very clever.
Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to go from the front, and you're going to need some sort of pointy pokey thing.
Oh, I have a pointy pokey thing.
Do you have a pointy pokey thing?
Yeah, if you look underneath the, I'm just pointing, which isn't helpful. Words, there. Now, go in front of the...
There you go, you've got a braille. There we go. You can use stitch ripper. In fact, in the diagram, in the instructions, I've used stitch ripper.
These are our stilettos. We have a handful left, and they are brilliant for everything.
So what we're going to do is just have a look. We're going to decide where our little LED is going to go. So I'm going to put it towards the bottom here, and we're going to kind of lay it down like that, just so that I can see how far apart they are. And I'm going to make a hole all the way through, and then I'm going to make another hole next to it. So this means if you want to, you can actually take this out, because all you're left with is 2 little holes. You know, we haven't got to cut a hole in our fabric, and then I'm going to poke that all the way through. It takes a little bit of doing because there's wadding in there as well. In fact, I might give that a little bit more of a wiggle.
Give it a wiggle.
Because we've got to get through the wadding.
Jill says, oh dear, it fell into my basket. Thanks, Sarah. Couldn't resist.
Say that again.
Jill said it fell into her basket.
Oh.
And Claire said, I love electric circuits. It was my favourite at school. Seeing as I hated school, that's saying something. Well, there you go, you see. And Elizabeth said that this is the circuit training she's comfortable with. And Julie says, me too.
I'm just trying to get through. Oh, keeps catching on my wadding. You do need to go straight down with this, and try not to. Don't worry if you bend your connectors though. There we go.
Oh, Jimmy's just throwing in words such as anode and cathode.
Yes.
Was there not a diode somewhere as well?
Let's not spoil it.
Okay, right.
So what we're going to do now is we're going to have a look. They've gone all the way through. Good. And you will need a little pair of pliers. So I've got some round nose jewellery making pliers here, because what we're going to do is we're going to curve these. And what we want to do is have the small one with a small curve, because then it's just easy for us to see that the small one is negative. Right. So the small one, I'm going to do a small loop. So I'm going to hold it, maybe over here. Would that be better?
Oh, if you can do that, then that might be really great. There.
All right. So if I put the fabric up there, you might be able to see it a little bit better.
And this is all in your kit, by the way.
It's all in your kit. So yeah, I'm going to use, you'll need your pliers, and I'm going to use the smaller end of my pliers to curve. Not curve too small, because we won't be able to get the needle through it, but just make a loop.
Oh yeah, light emitting diode. That's what the LED stands for.
Yeah, that's what we're using. And then I'm going to use the fat end and make a big loop.
Okay.
With the long one. Okay, so what you've got is a small one and a large one.
Perfect.
Right, and then I'm going to flatten those down, one that way and one the other way, because that's now on the front connected. It's holding this proud, because I prefer them if they point outwards rather than point upwards, because I don't want to see any of the metal.
No.
So you've got my LED there. Can you see it's just
amazing,
poking up, little nub in there.
Oh, yes.
And then we've got our positive and our negative. So big and small.
Beautiful.
Next, we're going to get our switch. There isn't a switch on this one. I couldn't get one with an on-off switch, so you need to pop the battery out if you want to stop.
Fine.
And this will run for about 10 hours on a single battery.
Amazing.
Okay, because it's just one light.
And actually, you can replace them really easily off off Amazon.
Yeah, these are the 3 volt, little tiny 3 volt batteries that you get in your kit. So then you want a needle with a pointy end and a big eye. All right, so because you're going to need to, we're going to stitch the circuit.
Okay.
So this is how it comes. It comes on the little holder.
Clever.
And you get 2 meters, which is way more than you need. So you could start stitching all sorts and just get yourself some more LEDs.
Fiona says that we should see the electric circuits on aircraft.
Yeah, this is nothing like that.
No, she said it's mind-blowing. Look, I just want it to have wings and an engine and work.
Yes.
Like that was
I
my
don't
kit.
really want to think about the physics of it and the possibility. It's not flying I'm bothered about, it's plummeting to my death in a ball of flame. But anyway, let's
just throw that one in, shall we? Amazing. I managed to not. My aircraft, my pre-flight check was, does it have a pilot?
Yep.
Wine, and wings.
There you go, that's all you need.
And an engine.
All a girl needs.
Yeah.
So as I said, these are marked with negative and positive.
Right.
So the negative wants to go to the negative and the positive wants to go to the positive. So if you go back to your pattern, it says that the large loop, this one, is positive. That's that's the one it was a long piece of metal. So I'm going to do a little stitch into my wadding. I put a knot in one end and I'm going to give that a pull so that pops inside my wadding. Maybe give it a look. Don't want to pull it too hard.
Now Heather says that her physics teacher was called Mr. Payne. Is he related?
Who knows?
If he included fabric in his lesson, she might have been more interested.
Yeah, I might have paid attention.
Yeah.
There we go. Let's go. So that's nice and secure now. So I've got, it needs to be at quite a big eye, but you still want a point. The other one I was using before was a tapestry needle, and that's a bit of a fight because it's got a round end. So trying to get that through the wadding was a bit. So then I'm going positive to positive. So I'm going to loop through that positive connector just there, and I'm going to do some stitches.
Amazing.
Because we want to get a nice firm connection.
Fabulous. Well, this is not what I thought it was going to be.
Is it not? What did you think it was going to be?
Well, only because when Jane did hers, that's the only other reference point that I had. It didn't have this fabulous stuff that you use.
Well, you see, now what we can do is we can add other elements. You can stitch in other elements because I've got hair. You know, my fascinators and my hair flowers.
Yes.
I've got ones that light up because you can attach.
Of course you do.
Multiple items. Just stitch them together. You can put in switches. You can put in heat sensors. You can put in light sensors, and you just stitch them into your circuit. How awesome!
Well, there needs to be a book with like an entire.
I was going to call it OMG, it's LEDs.
Well, you still can.
I still might. I'll just produce it myself.
Yeah.
Right, so I'm going to run a line of stitches now with my conductive thread going into the wadding, but not through to the front because we don't want to see it. Bear in mind it is quite dark, so don't stitch too far through your wadding because you don't want to see like what looks like a dark line on the front.
No.
So, and then
where are we stitching it to, by the way?
Sorry?
Where is it going to? Where are we stitching?
We're just stitching into the wadding.
Okay.
So because the electricity is going to pass along this thread. So this is, we're stitching on. Are you now thinking, all of a sudden, Sarah might be a little bit of a genius?
I don't need to just suddenly think that. I've always known that.
So now I'm stitching. So this is my circuit that I'm sewing. I've got a knot there. Come on, there we go. And I want to stitch around that big loop, which was the positive.
Right.
All right. So
no, Jill, so the pattern isn't in with the kit. You can add the pattern, whether you want the downloadable one or the printed one, you add that in. The kit is the fabric for the top and the binding.
Right, and I'm going to cut that off. All right, what I don't want to do is sew straight across and pick up the other side because that would create, we want the electricity to run through there, go down that loop, across the LED and up through this loop and back again. All right, so we finished that thread, and then we're going to go do the same thing on the other side.
This is all in your pattern, by the way.
This is all in the pattern.
You don't get a test. There's not a test at the
No,
end.
there's no exam.
No. Mr. Blackwell was my physics teacher. And then, oh gosh, Jem, what was the name of our physics teacher at Stratford?
Mr. Bedford.
Oh, Mr. Bedford.
Loved me.
He hated me. Yeah, he did love you, and he hated me. He always used to sit me in front of the radioactive shelf cupboard thing. He used to honestly, he used to shut me in the room with the cupboard, next to the cupboard, until I caught up my work. Huh?
Radioactive cupboard.
Yeah, it was the radioactive cupboard, you know, in the, behind his desk. Well, it was because I was awful, but you have to tell everyone that. All right, all right.
My physics teacher hated me because at the time I was studying physics, I really loved physics, but I didn't have hearing aids. I'd had them before, and then I got embarrassed, so I didn't wear them. So I couldn't work out what was going on.
Oh.
I should really have worn them.
I mean, yeah, hearing in lessons helps.
Yeah, it does help. I really should have done, but I was very self-conscious, so I didn't wear them, which meant that I just couldn't follow what was happening. So
No, I can
even though he'd go,
understand
"You are smart, but you are not paying attention," and I just couldn't hear anything. Right, so now I'm going to stitch back the other way. All right.
Oh, Elizabeth said the test is, does it work?
Yes.
Well, I mean, yes. Yes, yes.
Yes, and the first time I did it, I put the battery in and nothing happened, and I thought, oh no, but I put the battery in upside down.
I mean, that will also help.
Yes. So then we go stitch all the way back. Now there are things that you can do adaptations with this if you want to. You could create your own stitch, your own switch, by stitching in a metal popper and having them close to each other, and then when you close the popper, it completes the circuit and it becomes a switch. But that's not great for the back of a quilt because it will make it.
Probably.
You can also put
That
this
is
into a
quite
little
genius.
bag.
Yeah.
So a popper here and a popper there. Have a little tiny bag with a popper on the other
Yeah.
side of the poppers, and then stitch that to the popper, and then you can click the popper, and it means you can take that off and wash it.
Brilliant.
So there's lots of other things that you can do. I didn't want to go into too much detail.
Well, it just gives you the chance, doesn't it?
Yes.
Petra
And
says,
actually,
Natasha, did you glow? No, but if you put me next to a Geiger counter, I'll probably beep a bit.
so what we don't want to do is have any of the bits of thread touching the other ones. You know, that needs to be separate and this needs to be separate. So trim closely, because otherwise you'll short circuit.
Right.
And all that means is it won't catch fire or anything like that because there's not enough electricity. What it means is it just won't light up.
Right.
All right. So because
Okay.
this is very, very low level.
Okay.
Right. So there we go. We've got our LED. We've got our battery. There we
Very
go. Couldn't find
clever.
it there for a moment. And this is where I break out in a sweat if it doesn't work live.
It's all right. We're on a close-up. You can't see. It's fine. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Ali's nephew hasn't had a good night. His 8-year-old decided to swallow a 10p piece. Been in A&E all night.
Oh dear, oh dear.
You see, I did think that, you know, Emily's nearly 4. I thought we would be getting past that point, but that's a Freddie age.
Yeah.
What are they doing that?
That's right. When I was 6, my brother stuck an apple pip in my ear and we had to go and have it taken out.
Amazing.
What was I? If he was about 8, he was about 6 or 7, so I was about 10. Yeah.
It's all the fun things that you do. I had my stomach pumped at the age of 2 after I handed my mum half of a very deadly toadstool.
Had you eaten the other half?
Don't know, I was 2. Would you believe a 2-year-old if they said yes or no? Either
No.
way? Nope.
No.
Nope.
So, yeah, that's not good. Right, so we have a battery, and a
Okay.
battery has 2 sides, and there's a bobbly side, and then there's a
flat.
smooth side.
Yeah.
Bobbly side wants to go down, basically. We slide that in. Now, what you might want to do as well is just put a couple of extra stitches on this side, just with standard thread, just to stop that flapping around.
Okay.
Okay, don't use your conductive because it's not another circuit,
Okay.
but just use some thread like that.
Is it working? Oh, yes, it is! It is. Look at
can't
that. I
see
should have
me.
guessed from the giggle and the little happy dance. I'm not sure that everyone was quite enjoying that happy dance. There it is. There it is.
Yeah,
'Cause it's
that's my smug face.
working. Smug face. Smug
There we
face
go.
happy dance. Ah, that is fabulous. Hang on. I've got to catch
How
up.
much fun
Down
is
it,
that?
down again.
Oh, down a bit.
There.
There you go.
Oh, look at that.
How much fun is that?
All the fun. And that could just be a cushion, couldn't it?
It could.
You just did one.
Yeah, I mean, what you could do is do the big one and then have lots of little ones.
Amazing.
So, yes, I've got so many ideas for things that I'm going to do with LEDs. And I first started working with conductive thread with my doll's house. Because it was just easier. I was putting in little fires. I've got a Tudor doll's house.
Yeah.
Somewhere. Don't know where I'm going to put it, but yeah, I was trying to make a little fire in the Tudor banqueting hall, and I wanted LEDs, and the wiring was just, I kept shorting it out, so I went with conductive thread and bits of felt and just stitched it onto the bits of felt, because then I could easily maneuver the felt, fold it, as long as you didn't short circuit.
Amazing.
Because that just means where you've got 2 bits of thread or 2 bits of metal touching, and it just means that the electricity, so if we had a line across here.
Oh, hang on. Where we gone?
Sorry.
There we go. Yeah. No,
if we had these 2 bits touching, the electricity would go like that.
Yeah.
Because it takes the route of least resistance. That's the point.
Yeah.
Yes, it takes the shorter circuit. So if these, that's why also we fold these out, and you can see I'm touching them now. You know, it doesn't get hot. You know, there's nothing. It's safe to use.
Not a fire hazard.
Yeah, and so we make sure that when we put the LED in, we fold those legs out rather than having them touch in any way.
Yeah.
And this won't get hot. It's only 3 volts, and it's good fun. And then if you want to turn it off, you just have to take out the battery, which you can do just by poking it out. Hang on, what did I use last time? I think I just took something and give it a good push in the corner so you can get a grip.
Perfect.
And take it out, and now it's off.
Perfect.
I have my days where I go, you know what?
Yeah, and feel smug, as you should. Yes. I think this is a Sarah Smug day.
A Sarah Smug day. I'm going to drive home feeling smug.
Yes. No, you absolutely can. That is perfect. Absolutely
so,
perfect.
a couple of things. If you do all of this and it doesn't work, a couple of things. You check your stitching.
Right.
Check it's nice. Everything is nice and firmly stitched, and also check that your battery's in the right way up. So the fuzzy side should face down.
Yeah.
And the bit with the words should be facing you.
This is one of those things that when you bring it out, people are going to go, how have you done that?
Yes. Yes. And how did you know to do that?
That's what I really, really love about things like this. How did you know how to do that? Brilliant.
And you might decide that you don't want to put the LED on it, but you decide you want to make a little flower brooch and put the LED on that instead.
I mean, it's entirely
because you only need a space about that big. I've literally made hair flowers that I have put LEDs into, because all you need is a space. Literally, you could have this LED there, so as long as you can hide that on the back, you could work on a space that's about 1.5 inches. You could have jewellery. There you go.
Brilliant.
Question from Kenneth.
Oh, question from
Hello, Kenneth. Is Kenneth on YouTube?
Yes, he is.
Can we use a double needle for echoing? So
yes, yes, you can.
There we go.
Yeah, you just have to be careful when you're echo quilting. You just have to think about. Normally, we leave the needle in when we pivot. So let's just have a. So when you get to here, you leave the needle in and you pivot. When you've got twin needles, you can't do that, because you've got 2 needles, and then pivoting is not actually possible because you've anchored it in 2 places. So with echo quilting, you do have to think about that a little bit. But you know, you might decide that you just want to do 1 needle twice, Kenneth. It's up to you. But yeah, it does make these bits a little tricky, because you're actually going to have to take both needles out and very carefully move your fabric, because as I said, 2 points holding, do not pivot.
No, that's bending.
Yes.
And all the stuff.
Yeah, you'll bend your needles.
Yes.
So.
Yes.
And there we go.
Sarah, that is genius. Not gonna lie, absolutely love that. Thank you so much. You may have that smug face.
Very warm smug face.
Glowing, done glowing.
Yeah.
We merely glow. Now, you are at Festival of Quilts Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
And Sunday.
All the days.
I am, as I said, I'm demoing somewhere at 1 o'clock each day, but I can't remember where.
Okay.
But it's in my diary.
Okay.
But I will be putting it up on Facebook, on my Facebook page, Sarah Payne Quilter, if you want to pop over and follow me if you're not already. Do come and say hello, and I'm also going to be trotting around, because I'm going to go and see people
in some fabulous shoes.
In some fabulous shoes.
It's 10 minutes from here, so I'm going to be popping in and out.
Yes, message me and we can
drink,
we can lunch or
all that.
because I'm staying over as well. So
Oh, are you?
Yes.
Curry?
Sorry?
Curry?
Yeah, we can do a curry.
Okay, good. Just checking. Sorry.
Sorry, I'm just sorting out my social life.
And meals.
Needs to be
Yes.
done. Yeah, the important stuff. Everyone will understand.
Well, usually when I used to have my own stand, like Anne, who might be watching, she would bring me a bottle of gin.
Perfect.
And then she'd bring me a lemon wrapped with ribbon as well. So obviously I had something to go. So when I go to my room, I've got sort of tonic in the minibar.
Amazing. They are the friends you need.
They are, yes. I had a summer school the other week and I came home with a bag, a mug, a walnut tree and a bouquet of flowers. And I was like, surely I'm supposed to be teaching you.
Beautiful.
But yeah, walnut tree.
All the good stuff.
All the goods.
Oh, thank you so much, Sarah. Next time we see you, it's going to be Christmas. Well, it's not going to be Christmas. We're going to be doing a Christmas-based
We are
show.
going to be doing a Christmas-based project.
Are we going to do any LED things with that?
If I can, you see, I'm trying to source the components separately so that I can make up my own kits.
Okay.
And it will go a lot further because,
Amazing.
as I said, I bought out all of the ones that they had.
Yeah.
But I would love to because I think, you know, Rudolph's nose lighting up.
I mean,
I will just lose my mind if I can do that.
We all will. And I'm glad you said losing your mind, nothing else. Thank you. So that will be the Christmas. What date was that? When did we put that
I
in?
knew you were going to ask me that because it's in my phone, which I've turned off.
Oh, amazing. Okay.
So, do you know what day I'm coming in?
Is it a sign or SJ? Will be in.
We'll find out. We will
Is it?
find out.
It might be before I go to Venice.
Oh, just drop that in there.
Yeah, I'm off on a painting holiday to Venice.
Oh, beautiful.
I've decided that if I want to do stuff, I'm just going to do it.
Well, I mean, that's how stuff gets done.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. I have to
Yeah.
book it in. I know
Yeah.
we're self-employed people like us. We're all busy. If we don't make time to do stuff, stuff doesn't happen. So yeah, I think. Yes, I don't think it's very long. I think it's 3 or 4 weeks, and I'm back.
Even better.
6th of September.
There you go. It is.
Perfect.
6th of
It is.
September. We need to see the birthday girl next to the birthday candle.
Oh no, do we? Do
Yes.
we? Does this
Yeah.
require me to actually stand up?
Yes.
Remember to
Oh.
duck under the
No,
camera.
I'm going to change the angle because ducking is not something that I can actually do very well at the minute. Oh, especially after been sitting down.
Lady.
I was going to say it must be time for some more drugs, but I'm not sure I can say that. Medication. That's it, medication. Oh no.
So, while you're there, madam.
Oh well.
Oh!
Well, first and foremost, we have this one.
Oh, I gave you your card earlier.
I love my card, thank you.
And,
Oh, wow.
And these from the same person.
Jammy Dodger. I love a Jammy Dodger.
Raspberry jammy dodgers.
Oh, I know who this is. Look,
Oh, that's beautiful.
look at that. Oh, look, it's got a
little bit of cave.
No.
Is it Philip Jacobs?
Philip Jacobs.
Yeah.
It's the city, yeah.
It's collective though,
I
isn't
love
it?
it.
Is it Cave Collective?
I think that's from his. Might be from his new.
Because that's the
snow
fossily.
leopard.
Oh yes, it's the fossily
Snow,
one, isn't it?
possibly.
Oh, I should
Karen
go.
and the gold one. Hope you have one for birthday. Keep up the good work. I'm going to show.
I'm going to go.
the
You don't
temptress.
need me in here.
Look at this. Look at her. Not only does Karen make the most beautiful dresses, she also makes the most incredible cards.
Oh, look at
What is that? Do you know, it might be KFC. That might be. In fact, yes, it is. In fact, my beach bag that I just took with me on holiday.
I think
it is the spirals.
I think it's the spiral,
Yeah,
the one
it
that's
is.
at the
Yeah.
Ammonites. I think that's.
I
I
should
think that's
recognise
Cave.
it because
I think
that is
that's
the
Cave.
bag I've just had on holiday with
Yeah,
me.
I bet that's
Thank
Cave
you.
Collective.
She's clever lady.
I'll move out the way.
Clever lady.
But can I just stand here in front of this fan?
Yeah, you can do that. Amazing. We will be eating those very shortly. Thank you. They're so beautiful. You lot are so clever. You're all so clever. Look at that.
Happy birthday.
Good grief. What is this?
That's a large bottle of gin, do you reckon?
Open from the top. Look at the ribbon. Do I have to open it now?
Yes.
Please handle with care. This is fragile. So Inga has a bad knee, and often we will stick our fragile stickers on Inga's knee on the day, just to remind her that she is fragile.
That's actually a real sticker.
Oh, it's a real sticker. It's not an Inga sticker. No, ours are the poster ones. They're the ones we put on the creative grids when we post them, but they're really big, and it just reminds her.
Want to read it out?
1 minute you're young and cool, the next you're excited to buy a new toaster. In my defence, my toaster is very beautiful and looks like fabric. In my defence, and matches my kettle. And it's so true.
Mine's extra wide. I was very excited about my new toaster. Put long bits of bread in it. I love it.
Natasha says floral.
Oh,
it's floral.
Toaster.
Mine's a delicate shade of pink, like a peachy, dusky pink.
Right, who's responsible for wrapping
I
here?
love the ribbon.
Inkly Dinkly Do. Did you? Amazing.
You're never getting that piece of ribbon back.
No, we've
No,
got so
I'm
many ribbon sliders. I'm going to be ribbon sliding all over the shop with that. This is very beautiful.
Waiting for it to jump now.
I'm not going to lie, I'm
She's
slightly
the slowest
concerned.
unwrapper I've ever seen.
I know, because I'm concerned I'm going to break it. You see, this is it. I could carry it. English is going to open it
long
for
enough,
me.
so maybe we'll just start the next show tomorrow.
Oh, amazing! Oh, you guys know me so well. Like, so I feel a bit mean pulling it out by his ear.
Oh.
I have a bit of a thing about hairs.
You do.
Not just the ones that spray out my chin. Oh, that is
That's just an age thing, love. Be
beautiful.
fine.
You have to have tweezers in your car, don't you, for the ones that you can't, because the light in the car. Anyway, far too much
That's what happens
information.
once you reach 40, love.
Yeah. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful?
We need to give credit for this one, don't we, Inga?
Absolute thing of beauty.
If you shout loudly enough into Sarah's
Into
bosom.
Sarah's bosom.
It's from Nikki, and a friend of hers has made it.
No way.
England.
Yeah.
We've sourced it via her.
Seriously. That is stunning. Now, you see, I tried making stuff like this. It did not look like this. It just did not look anything like this. So I know how hard that is to make. That is beautiful.
She helped us
That
source
will
it.
go, thank you so much. That will go with all my hair-based things. Amazing.
Not just the ones on your chin.
No.
We
No,
also
that's
have
good.
many, many cards, which I think you'll need to open.
Oh, no, thank
separately.
you.
And this one here.
Oh, do I have to open this as well? Yes. It makes that such a joy. Thank you. I'm so touched. That is just stunning. In my head, I'm working out where it's going to go in my new home. If it stays here and goes on the set somewhere.
For a while, maybe.
With the well, maybe he can go with the hippo for now. Be safe. On there for now. Oh, he is rather fat, but he will look fat. But then you see, my hair collection has gone to Cornwall, so he's going to have to go to Cornwall. He is going to have to go with the rest. Ah, amazing, gin, perfect. With gin glasses. Oh,
Yes.
perfect.
Now this, Natasha.
Yes.
So you've got some fabulous new gin glasses in your new home.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
It's from us old timers. the old arm of the team makes, and it is a visual representation of a gift that we have purchased for you.
Amazing. Shakespeare Distillery.
Oh, two of your favourite things.
Gin school.
You're going to gin school.
Amazing.
You get to drink 3 gin and tonics. You have a tour.
That's what it takes.
I mean, what could possibly go wrong after 3 gin and tonics? You're then going to make gin, and you get to have,
After the gin and tonic.
I believe so.
We don't know which way around.
And you get to choose your own botanicals and things, and you'll get gin to take away in bottled gin in a presentation box that is your own gin.
Oh, man alive.
That's the best thing ever.
We booked it so you can take a friend also.
Now everyone's going to have to draw lots. It's like, who are
drawing
you going
straws.
to take? I think to stop any confusion and upset any of the stuff, you just take me. There you go. That would just...
Decision made. I'm voting for the
the
person
one.
who lives nearest. It's me.
I'm it's not often I'm speechless, but thank you so much. What a day. Well, I'm gonna have to go before I make a spectacle of myself.
Because you're an ugly crier. Like a really, really ugly crier.
Only friends can tell you that.
Really ugly crier. Let's not do that on camera.
No, there's not. Gemma pointed this out to me the other day. She's like, "Don't cry." She's like, "You're really ugly, crying." She's like, she's like, "I don't know where it all comes
It's
from."
all out there, the whole lot. It's like,
I'm not particularly beautiful. I can cry when I laugh either.
Sure.
And so I cry, laughing.
Is there such a thing as a beautiful crier, though?
I don't know.
I don't know. Some people do it like discreetly.
Elegantly.
Oh,
Yeah.
with a little...
No.
Yeah, no, not me.
Yeah,
No,
no,
it's
snot.
Yeah,
The
the
whole-
lot,
the whole-
everything. And my daughter takes after me. There's just the face, and it's
Like
like,
an 80s rock band with the black mascara down the face. And
But I think if you're going to do it, just commit.
yeah.
If you're going to have a cry, commit.
It's my birthday.
Yeah, and a cry if I want to.
Exactly,
There
but I'm
you
not going to. I'm going to go make gin instead, which is perfect.
Mother's
Thank
ruin.
you.
Sorry, that just came out.
I'm perfectly capable of ruining my kids without gin. Brilliant. Guys, thank you so much, all of you. We will be back tomorrow with all sorts of fun
Shenanigans.
plus fabrics and a brand new pattern as well. Really, really simple, super easy make. I'm going to do 2 things tomorrow. Aren't I, Jane?
Yes.
Yeah, Jane's like, yeah.
Fabric manipulation.
Fabric manipulation at its finest. Plus, I might throw in a few sparkly things.
Oh,
why not?
Lovely.
So thank you ever so much. Do check out, we've got new bolt ends as well, by the way, on the website.
We do.
Gem's added those in today, so thank you very much. Sarah, thank you very much
My
for coming
pleasure.
and joining us and for creating this. We only have a certain amount of kits because, as Sarah said, she could only get the electrics that she could. So when they're gone, they are gone. But do download the pattern as well. It doesn't come with it. It's separate. Can we eat cake now?
Yeah, oh yes.
Brilliant.
Yes,
Right.
the cake has melted, much
Kettle
like
on.
myself.
Cake. Let's go. Thank you so much, everybody. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.